In this universe,
In this galaxy, in this world, beneath the influencer clouds,
over the viral video fields,
off the information superhighway,
there are voices in the digital wilderness, whispering
more opinions.
If you listen,
You will hear.
Look it, I'm like Jesus.
not quite.
So I have it at my house, but my computer was acting kind of funky. So about 5 minutes before the show, I said, I'm just going to restart it and I'll be right back. Well, I'm not right back, and my computer is still sitting there saying, getting Windows ready. Don't turn off your computer. So, I don't know. I figure I'll give about another 5 minutes and then it's getting reset. Because patience is not a virtue of mine. So
for all the people watching at home, maybe they can learn a lesson from this. When you are not using your computer, do you turn it off or do you put it into sleep mode?
I turn it off.
Okay.
And go ahead.
And the last time that there were updates, did you go into restart mode so it could do those updates, or did you simply shut the computer? Okay. All right.
Yep. No, I did. And well, like I said, something was going on with my camera. I need to get a new camera. But for some reason it's asked me that I have to unplug it and then plug it back in for it to work. It's been starting to do this lately. So yeah, that's what I said to Alma. So I went to go pull the tower out, and when I pulled the tower out, I actually turn the computer off. So when I fired it back up, it went right back to like my on screen, but then yeah. So yeah, I'm bored now. Hey, what did I tell you? Shut up.
Well, at the very least, we got something different, like a different angle of you.
I guess.
Add some variety to the show.
With my Jesus light?
I don't think so, Tim.
I think it works. Like that, I can't see the chats because I can't click the chats because I click the chat, it like makes us go gray. That because I'm not hosting or anything right now, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Is that the nacho? It is. It's Nacho Man Nikki Savage. And Tex, thank you for your recommendation. I will go into depth more on that later. Little witches. Hey.
So I had these little witches and they were delicious. So yeah, all right.
Well, that's interesting. Little mysteries of life. We had 4 people comment, all individual comments, yet we got 5 people watching. Now we have to guess who is the 5th.
Russian.
We'll never know. Yeah, maybe.
I'm going with Russian sex bot. I'm okay with that.
Tex, I'll be watching that either this weekend or next. So, yes, I will definitely give you my thoughts on that.
Let's see. Waiting for stuff. Doing more stuff. That is stuff.
You're not a Russian freak, but you are.
Hey, Freak Nasty Bum Sex is here! Yay!
He's kind of porn bot-like, I guess. Nice to see you, freak. It's been a while.
Way too long. Ah!
And now, absolutely.
Yeah, we'll stick with that.
I don't think I can.
Oh, no. That's terrible.
All right. All right.
In Soviet Russia, vodka drinks you.
Yeah, vodka. Oh, the guy that says diplomatic immunity passed away.
Oh.
He had a good run, dude. 95 years old.
Wow. And he was pretty old in Lethal Weapon, too.
I thought he was 95 in Lethal Weapon 2. Right?
He was a decent actor, if I remember correctly. He was in a few things that I'd seen over the years.
Well, I know that you're just you're the movie Fassant or Jaffant or Jafari, whatever that word is. But Lethal Weapon 2 and White Mischief. I've never heard of White Mischief.
Neither have I.
Yeah, so that was the one apparently that they're saying like he was known for, I guess. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like, okay.
Oh, there he is. Joss Ackland. Yes, this guy, he had been in quite a few things over the years. Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, Watership Down, The Hunt for Red October. Yes, I remember in The Hunt for Red October, he was the one sitting opposite James Earl Jones's character in the beginning and the end of the film.
Oh, see, wow, I do not remember that. Wow, not at all.
He was a good actor. Done a lot of stuff over his, 95. Jesus.
And it's amazing when you get into a career like that. And it's like when you start going through everything that they've done, and it's like, holy crap, right?
Hello.
Right? So, hello, Luscious. How are you today? Yeah.
That's not close to any kind of accent. You sound
yes, you bloody bastard, you. I don't know. Ah.
What are you, 19 again?
Yeah, sure. Wow, look at all this crap that's going on. Maybe I think I need to update that too. All right, cool. So it was a very interesting show last week. So I think Alex, I'm gonna let you more take the lead here because you said you had a bunch of stuff you wanted to talk about. So Horn 6. What's Horn 6?
No, the Y is underneath the 6 on the keyboard, and as usual, she's pished. So of course. First mistake of the night goes to.
Yeah. So I think we should bang out giggity some of the stories that you have, but while they're still kind of timely to get them out there, that's what I think we should do. So. Ow.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think we should do that.
Okay, well then that leads into, and this is early in the show, our first segment.
All right.
So as I talked about last week, the Central Park Karen did a story for Newsweek, and I will be sharing that momentarily. All right. So her actual name, I think, is Amy Cooper. and some of the comments she's gotten is
Wow.
it's a bit much.
Wow.
And she doxes herself. She says, "I'm Amy Cooper."
Why would
Or
you?
at least the 2-minute version. Yeah, that's close because I think the video, the one that I found is 1 minute and 9 seconds, and we can go into that just to refresh people's memories. Depending upon the person and the length of their career, I think most actors do wonder at some point in time what they're going to be remembered for. And yes, does that affect their job choice? Yes, because of typecasting. Definitely. Probably a little bit less in this day and age, but typecasting is unfortunately still a thing that exists. Hopefully, casting directors over the years have gotten better at realizing that actors can play different roles.
Mm-hmm.
No way.
Well, yes and no.
Depending on the actor.
Yeah, I was gonna say that Gary Oldman. Yes, he can play anything. But Sean William Scott, he's Stifler. In every movie he's in, he's just a different version of Stifler. Really, think about him in Old School. He's a Stifler with a mullet. Think about him in The Rundown with The Rock. He's just a Stifler, a spoiled rich. Well, he's a spoiled rich kid in freaking American Pie. So it's kind of one of the same, really.
And Tom Cruise, I've seen him in many, many movies, and he is kind of a version of himself. There's not a whole lot about him that changes, but I'm fine with that. There are some exceptions.
Yeah, like Matthew McConaughey. He's in some good movies, but a lot of times he has the same cadence, the same, even the good stuff. Like Dallas Buyers Club was a great movie.
Mhm.
Of course, Dazed and Confused and Started It All was awesome. So, now back to
Nicholas Hoult is a good actor. I saw most recently in Renfield with Nicolas Cage.
So while we're talking about movies, I missed, or did they do it? How did you guys talk about Marvels? I couldn't make it on Tuesday. The new movie.
They did talk about it.
Yeah, was it that bad?
I haven't listened because I haven't seen the movie yet, and
Okay.
I don't do spoiler reviews if I haven't seen the movie. He sees Satan, not himself. Interesting. There are a few actors, I think Robert Duvall is another, who do not watch themselves in their own movies because they just can't stand looking at themselves and criticizing their own performances. And I understand that. I mean, I'm that way sometimes as well. Hello, really.
Now I'm going to pull the Alex roll here before Alex gets stupid. Do you have facts that 90% of them are maggots? I mean, you can't just throw that out there because I've seen some left-leaning people that are Karens as well. So you can't. That's a big number to be throwing out there.
Yeah.
I would think that and that's just it. A lot of them are, I think, just buttholes, regardless of what their political parties are. I see, and the thing with me is, it's funny how I can't separate. I didn't like the choice for Captain Marvel myself. I don't know why. I don't know why. And I didn't enjoy the Captain Marvel movie. And like I said last week, it was horrible with the game because, when I played the game, I wanted to be one of the guys, not this little Indian girl who can stretch like her arms and stuff like that, like I did, So I want to kick back to the article now. Let's focus on this article. Right at the top where it says people told her to slit her wrists.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, as an online gamer, children tell each other to go kill themselves. I mean, like, a guy yesterday, or a kid yesterday like got killed in GTA, and he's like, yeah, just go kill yourself, okay? Make sure your mom finds you too. Like, go kill yourself. It's like, wow. I'm calling it right now, really. I said, I think here a few weeks ago, there's no way that it's not going to be the Eagles and the Chiefs. And I'm saying it because the NFL wants it to be because of the whole Kelsey story with Taylor Swift. I firmly believe that's what's going to happen. And I am getting to the point now with sports that I can't even watch. So carry ahead on, Alex, before we take this over again.
So she talks about the 2-minute version of the story, meaning the video, that was broadcast all over the world without key facts or context. That's very important. Now, and it is true that most of the time when a video goes viral, it's not from the very beginning of the interaction. So we are missing key facts or context.
Of course. Yep.
So I'll give her that. At a white Central Park, Karen called the police on an innocent black man, a bird watcher, and he is apparently a bird watcher, because of the color of his skin. Well, we can watch the video again, and we can listen to the part of the video where she was on the phone with 911 saying there was a large black man, or, pardon me, African American. I'm pretty sure she used those words, African American, a large African American man. Now, why she would choose those words, that's going to be very interesting. Read and understand my whole story. So then it goes into when it happened and why. Apparently, this guy who's on the right, Christian Cooper, bird watcher, apparently, he has done this before, where in Central Park he has tried to lure dogs who are off leash toward him using treats that he keeps on his person. Now, I don't have any evidence for that. I have seen people mention that in comments and in the comments below this article. Can confirm on the GT. Oh no, even Alma isn't immune from this.
Well, that's where I met her. Oh, I know we're bouncing all over the place. Poor Alma. As soon as those dudes hear a woman's voice, oh my God. They're like dogs with the pink thing hanging out. They are, I can't imagine how many friend requests she has had because she's a female. As soon as they hear that voice, like as soon as they hear a female voice, oh yeah.
And if she has a thick Mexican accent, I imagine the tone shifts a little bit.
No, she doesn't have a thick accent, not at all.
Oh, all right.
Until she's drunk. And I've only really heard drunk Alma once, and it was hilarious because the Mexican comes out. It's funny.
See, really says this, and it immediately reminds me of this clip.
Why don't you back it up with a source?
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
Oh.
Too many, eh?
Yeah, it's bad. Okay, so back to this crazy lady story with this guy who is luring dogs.
So according to Amy Cooper, the Central Park Karen, who wrote this article, Christian, who did not own a dog, bizarrely tried to lure my dog to him with treats, immediately raising a red flag. And I agree that if he doesn't have a dog, even though he is sent in Central Park as a bird watcher, why would he have treats on him? Why would he try to lure her dog with treats? If what she is saying is true. News stories of poisoned dogs quickly came to my mind. Well, I don't think she mentions that in the video. So, hindsight being 2020, she can say whatever she wants after the fact. I immediately pulled my dog tight by his collar. Oh, did you ever? Fearing that something would happen to him. Yeah, considering the sounds the dog made in the video, something kind of did happen to the dog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, can I say something and I will say this because this is to the story that I think she's full of crap. And I know cats and animal has animals and is an animal lover. I'm an animal lover. I don't know who all is animals, and I know Ryan is, but if I thought somebody was giving like the possibility of even poisoning my dog, and I'm recording a video, every second word is going to be you're poisoning my dog. Like, who the fuck are you? And you're gonna tell me in that 2-minute span of the video that didn't appear to be edited, like didn't appear to be any jumps or nothing. It was just a 2-minute video. You not once said, "Hey, how do I know that's not poison?" A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. Yeah. Yeah, but still, okay, but really, sorry, Alex, is step on your toes. You need to ask, hey, do you mind if I give your dog a treat? Because there are dogs, like my last dog, Chewbacca, who is allergic to chicken. And his ears would break out in red sores. So he couldn't have chicken. So you need to be asking people. And if you're at a dog and you're luring dogs that aren't on leashes or collars or leashes and stuff, I'm pretty sure that I'd have to say that they're probably trained pretty all right if they're not running after people. They're just like right beside their owner while the owner's sitting there and the dog just chilled right the F out. It's obviously a pretty trained dog. If it's not like, because my dog, we haven't had around people enough. She's pretty good on a leash. But if I let her off her leash, she'd be going to say hello to everybody. So, yeah.
We will judge that momentarily, really. I think the possibility is good that she is, but how does one prove that from one video, you know? But then again, we'll watch it and we'll find out. Maybe he is, yeah, that's a possibility as well. Now, the area that they were in Central Park, I don't know if that was designated off leash or the opposite, which they had to be on leash. I'm not sure. I've never been to Central Park. From what, Bolo?
Well, I think they lost their dog.
Oh.
Not like a few weeks, I think a little while ago. If I remember correctly, Kat, please tell me if I'm wrong. I thought you said you did. I don't remember.
Oh. Texas playing them at their own game. There you go. You learned a thing or two from Derailed, I think.
Well, we also know that, yes, okay, I thought so, Kat, you guys had lost him. Sorry, just fixing my mic. Still trying to figure out like the best spot for my mic. Why is that loose? My mic is loose.
At this point, really, we are taking her word for it and the word of people that I have seen in the comments below this article. So you would be right to assume that we don't know for sure, because I don't know that he has said it.
And Alex is usually good at finding this stuff. So maybe this week he can look. Maybe he did look. And maybe we can find, he'll have a retort to this. And be able to say whether or not he did. So,
how about we finish the article? How about you make us finish the article?
Man,
we'll get there.
I said a take old biddies would help out, but go ahead.
No, that would stop the commenting on the article altogether.
True.
Scooby-Doo, Papa. Don't you mean Papi?
Papi. You said it wrong, not him. In fairness. To be fair. All
right. So Christian taunted me to call the police. From what I remember, he says, please call the police. So I don't know if that's taunting or if it is calling her on her bluff.
He did say, please call the police.
Yeah. Now, due to very spotty service in the park, I had to repeat my description of Christian multiple times. She does repeat it more than once. Couldn't hear me due to my poor connection. Again, so that goes back to repeating the description. There were never any racial implications in my words. Well, test that. I just felt raw fear. Okay, I can't dispute that. Now, this is interesting, and this is from her perspective. Proudly described to his followers that he instigated the encounter and boasted that he keeps a bag of dog treats to lure in off-leash dogs. And she links earlier to a Facebook article. Well, that's interesting. It goes to topic Facebook. That doesn't help. Okay, well, so much for that. Anyway, he admitted to instigating. I would love if there were direct links to this. So I say that, and here's a link. Oh, look at that. Now, this is 30 pages, and
Wow.
I don't know that we have that kind of time tonight. But if anyone wants to read that article or that PDF, you can find it on Newsweek if you look for "I was branded the Central Park Karen." Now, I listened to that last night. Still holds up. It's great. They fear being canceled. I think she talks about later on that she has been living in hiding, which is interesting because that was 3 years ago. How does she live? I mean, she describes in the article that she's had spotty employment. She had to go into hiding. How is she living at this point? Like, is she living with family or friends, or is she on welfare or something?
So, would you believe that there's actually a Wikipedia page for this?
For her or the incident?
For this incident.
Wow.
I am on it right now. Yeah.
Well,
trying to get.
Really, again, we would have to read that article. That is Jerome Lockett's lawsuit, I guess. I think we would have to go into that. So that might be proof, but again, we have to read it. And because we are lazy, we're not going to take the time to do that.
Sorry. So, just reading. I won't read all what the charges went on here, but so in February 2021, charges against Amy Cooper, which were for and no, she's not married to Sheldon Cooper. Anyone Big Bang Theory fan? She was actually charged with filing a false report.
Ooh.
She ended up having to go to where they were dropped after she completed 5 session educational therapeutic program focused on racial identity. So I don't know if she got fired or something, because it says here she filed a suit against him for wrongful termination.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it says so right here. My employer fired me the day after the incident without ever taking the time to learn the facts. Well, a video that goes that viral, any business who has that employee would want to distance themselves from that entire situation. So I can understand where the employer's coming from, but if that did not affect her job, then maybe there's an argument to be made there. But this happened in the United States. I have no idea what the employment standards are, what employers have the right and do not have the right to do. So that would be an interesting thing to dive into at some point. She was forced into hiding. Now, I would believe that, considering some of the comments at the top. But then again, to be completely skeptical, we don't know that those are actually real comments directed toward her. So strangers texted me. She would have to show her phone, and then we have to go into, how do we know it's her phone?
Yeah.
How do we know that's a real? Like, we got to be completely skeptical.
And that's the problem. Yep.
Yeah, we can't prove her claims false. So the onus is on her to prove it true. But at this point, it becomes a black hole of, yes, you did, no, you didn't yet. So we can't go into that.
To quote the great Fred Durst, it's all about the he said, she said bullshit.
Yeah.
Because it is, like, It's Frankie says it all the time. You don't know what's real.
Yeah.
You don't know anymore.
Yeah.
You just don't know. Like, for instance, this isn't as serious as this. Saw a video claiming a bunch of weird stuff in Grand Theft Auto. If you swam to this part in the map as Michael and did this and that, and like people were buying it, and this guy finally said, like, on the video, like, these are mods. Guys, like, I was joking. Like, everyone took it dead serious. People were getting mad. I can't find it. I searched for hours and blah, blah, blah. It's like,
I hope we don't get fooled again with these stories, as we have been fooled by these stories for at least the past 10 years to some degree, all of us. And
See,
yes, that's a blanket statement.
What he's doing here is he's trying to pick at me because I think Led Zeppelin's better than The Who.
Oh, God, not that.
Fooled again!
Okay, now, because you said that.
Here's Brody's boner from here. Yes, a lot of jobs have that social media stuff and morality clauses built in. But again, it's he said, she said. Unless there's something that's right in your face that says, look it, like, all she said was it's an African American gentleman. Now, to be fair, does she give an explanation? Because what if he just would have walked away? You know what I mean? Well, what did the guy look like? That's what the officers are going to ask, correct? But yeah. I mean, but then he said I'm not going anywhere. Call who you want. But him saying he has snacks and he passive aggressively does this to like start arguments. It's like, don't you have anything better to do? Go back up to that picture. Go back up. Like, don't you have anything better to do with your day, sir? Like, you look like you're a handsome, fit man. You know, you don't go lift something heavy and put it down. Like, you don't have anything better to do with your time. You look like you work out. You kind of look like Eddie Murphy's Down syndrome brother, but hey, man, like, you know, he does.
Disavow. Nope.
He looks kind of special.
Nope.
No, but go do something. If that's what your time is, like, come on.
Okay, I didn't look this up, especially considering the encounter between these two occurred on the same day as a police officer murdered George Floyd. And she said this was May 25th, 2020. I thought
I'm going to look at it right now.
George Floyd's murder happened on May 30th or something like that. Because we talked about it on the old show. I'm pretty sure. 'Tis a mini
yeah, it is May 25th. Yep.
Wow.
May 25th, 2020.
To be fair, Big Red, we're not talking about your cooter. Moving on. Hey, Dad. Site manager. He was in charge of morality on the site. Wow. When was this, Dad? Do you know the year? Because I would never think that would happen at a sawmill, particularly the one that we know of.
Yeah.
That is insane. Was he a religious person? Did that have anything to do with it?
I want to know who it was, especially if it was a Mackenzie.
Don't say it on here, Dad, please.
Oh, you got to text Alex because then he can let me know. I'm curious. Because the scourge that worked at that mill site, was it at least Mackenzie, Bruce?
I'm going to assume yes at this point.
I think so too, because Dad didn't work at any of the mill, right? He retired after Canfor, didn't he?
Well, he could have been temp on another place.
Considering the amount.
Okay, that's as far as I'm going to go with that.
I know who it is. Okay, that doesn't shock me. Yeah,
Don't say anything more about it.
Yeah.
Pinball Wizard.
I always heard different things about him, Bruce. Like, you know.
Nice reference. I like that. The Who? Tommy?
Just trying. Oh no, I get it. He's trying to pigeonhole. He's trying too hard now.
Well, it's Brody. What else can he do?
Oh, wow. You let the levee break, and all the jokes just come through. I can do it too. Okay, we need to stop before this turns into a battle of Evermore. Wow. Maybe we should move to Kashmir. We'd be a little more calm.
Stop.
Okay.
Stop. All right. Yeah, and Tex had made comments about that earlier, that it's not always about race. But there are some instances, and again, we have to get down to the nitty-gritty on when it is and when it isn't about race. It's a descriptive tool to, yes, in some cases, if you're on the phone with the police and you have to identify. Now, see, I'm contradicting myself here because we're going to watch the video pretty soon. Ugh, this is turning into a mess already.
Well, no, because that's why I said if the guy leaves, that's when you say, when they ask for a description of what he looks like. Now, we need to go back to maybe we should watch the video again. Because if I guess we need the actual 911 call.
Oh, that's what I don't have.
Yeah, because if the operator says, "Ma'am, I need a description of the man," right?
But can you say man if you don't know how he identifies?
Yeah, but because it said, but I bet you if you watch the video, she says there's a man here. Or does it go right automatically to, or does she go right automatically to, there's an African American guy in front of me. Like that is immediately what she goes to.
Yep. Oh.
Just eat some custard pie, you'll be fine. Maybe some wonton soup. I guess it's a wonton song, but still. You keep it up and you're going to be on that stairway to heaven. It all depends on the tone and context.
That is
yes, that is true. Like, do you remember if there was an episode of Family Guy, Peter swallowed his cell phone, and Quagmire called him, and he goes, "Oh, hold on," he hits his stomach and goes, "Hey, Quagmire, what's up?" He's like, "Hey, Peter, I just had sex with a black chick," and he's trying to punch his stomach to shut it off, right? And he hangs it up, and there's a black couple right beside him, and they both go, and he's like, "I'm so sorry," and they both look at him and go, "What?" All he said was, "I had sex with a black chick." Like, that's what the black people say. That's all he said.
Okay.
Right? So, like, again, context, right? Like,
okay.
Well, but it's true. All he said was, I don't understand why if you were to say something like that, like, "Hey man, did you see a black girl there? She's cute." Like, because if I point, if you're in a mall and there's a bunch of girls over there, like, I'm pointing out which one's hot. It's the same as if, "Hey, that ginger over there, she's gonna suck my soul out, but she is hot." What? Because that's what gingers do. That's what I do. That's what gingers do. Wait, what kind of sucker were you? Alex Borelman.
Nope.
Wow.
Nope.
Wow. You were a dirty, dirty man. Unbelievable. You're so
Yeah!
Okay!
What?
Yeah!
Okay!
All right. Back to this article. I don't know if I did everything, but I do know I didn't do everything wrong. Okay, wishy-washy. I've tried to connect directly, but never heard back from him, and for good reason.
Yeah, right?
I want to clarify that I never filed a false police report. What did that Wikipedia article say about that false police report?
Guilty! It just said, where is it?
Did you, though, Dad? Did you?
I think he did pretty good.
Okay, fine. No, see, he taught me well, but then I went off on my own, and I forgot everything. So it's not his fault.
Okay, so here's the case. So I'm not seeing it, but it did say that she was found guilty of, she was in court for filing a false report, which is punishable by year, and then she got off the charges because she did desensitivity training, basically. But then I find it interesting here that just above in the article, it says, in a New York Times article published in July 7, 2020, Christian Cooper was quoted as saying that he's not cooperating with Manhattan's DA's investigation, stating bringing her more misery just seems like piling on. The following week, he expanded on his feelings in the Washington Post. So shut up if you're not that worried about it and just stop talking about it. It will go away.
Yeah.
You running your dick licker ain't going to make it go away. Like, you're still talking about it.
And yes, Dad, you're right. 22 years now, I think. That's a lifetime ago.
That is a lifetime.
That is almost, because 25 years without parole is considered life in Canada without the possibility of parole. So that's almost life without the possibility of parole. Not that I'm drawing a contrast or a similarity between the two. I'm just saying.
It's crazy when you think about that. Like this next year, I'm gone from BC for 20 years.
Ooh.
And it does not feel like 20 years.
Does it feel like longer or less?
No, shorter. Doesn't feel like it's been 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's because Colin's 20 next year. Yeah.
See that? To me, my memories of Mackenzie, they are fading, but they are, coming back depending on the day. And it just seems to me like it's so long ago. It's the opposite with me. I can't think of it as, oh, it happened last week, or I can smell this, or I can taste that, or I can remember what this person said. It's all distant background to me.
I'd be guessing because the last time you were there was when you were there with me and Kim, right?
2012.
Yeah. So that's why. We go back every year almost. Right?
Oh.
So, well, yeah, because we go, because all our family is there.
Yeah.
So we go back, right? You haven't been back in over 10 years. So that's understandable. Like, I don't remember Vancouver much because I was there I think I've been there 2 or 3 times. But I was there for almost 2 weeks at one time with my auntie, and I don't remember, memories fade, right? Some things stay alive, which is weird, considering how many times I've been struck in the head. Honestly, that I remember stuff like that. Because I've been hit in the head a lot. I think I will say this in a more diplomatic way, that we need less participation trophies. Kids got to start realizing that life sucks. Yep. Life's hard, and you're not always going to get what you want or what you need. But if you try sometimes, you're still not going to get it because it's just not the way it works.
Thank you.
It's just not this. You can try, and you want to know what? When you succeed, it's those little victories that you're like, yes. Like when you pay your car off, you pay your truck off. Like, yes. I finally, when you started, you're like, man, there's no way I'm going to get this all done. Yeah, it's those little victories. But, shit doesn't work out sometimes. And I think kids nowadays, including my own, he has no idea what life is like yet. Not even a clue. And that is my fault because this time, the world sucks so bad. I want to help them as much as I can. I really do.
Yeah, I agree. Little victories, that keeps me going as well sometimes. Even if those victories don't contribute to the overall major goals in life, what I'm talking about. Where do you see yourself in 5 years, in 10 years? Do up a plan on how you're going to get there. Sometimes the little victories don't fit into that 5 or 10 year plan. It's just something you accomplish. And yeah, it feels great. You get the dopamine rush, but it doesn't affect anyone else aside from you. It doesn't contribute to society overall. It's just you yourself that have accomplished something. Wow, Bolo, are you talking about yours as well? You need Uncle Tex to come by and show you how it's done.
It's those little and this has been years now, but the first time we finally got on a stage with my band in front of people, and every time we play Everlong, I always preface by saying, like, this was the song that me and Trevor Lissick did Airband to. That I was like, I want to be on a stage one day, right? I want to do this, you know. And after being told in high school by a few people that, oh no, you can't sing, you can't do that, you know, and I'm never given a shot. When I remember telling people I can sing, and people were just like, no, because I was a fat kid that wore sweatpants. That's how I still think to this day. I said I can sing. I knew I could sing. You know, but then to finally get up, I remember the first time looking at that out at the crowd. Like, you couldn't really see the crowd because it was dark.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But you could see like silhouettes and stuff, and how awesome that feeling was. And then to play, you know, in front of, you know, I don't know how many people were at Cornstalk, probably over 1,000, easy. Just for a little cover band? Come on. You know, people, go ahead.
Now, as a stage performer, a front man, as a performer, do you prefer not seeing the crowd, or do you prefer seeing and engaging with the crowd?
I like seeing the crowd. I like seeing people singing, because then, you know, because it also helps me as the lead of the band. Because I am. Like, if like, okay, they like this kind of music, you kind of go, okay, they don't like this. So you kind of even point the band in a direction later. We, in those little moments, like, you remember, we were playing, was it last year? Yeah, not last year, before. And we're playing, and all of a sudden there's a dude out of nowhere. I think we were doing the Pretender. And a dude with a dart and an iced tea was out on the dance floor. We have no idea where he came from. He was just there. And he was there for a couple songs, all of a sudden he disappeared. Right? So,
before I jump to what Really has said, I think it's important to point out Big Red's comment. That's why I left it up. Yes, for having mental health issues is ignorant. Yes, that's absolutely true. And this goes back to, don't immediately judge someone for what they have done or the mistake they made in the moment. Now, people are going to put that onto the Central Park Karen here. I'm not sure that would fit. Now, I know you're not saying that, Big Red, but in the grand scheme of things, calling people pussies for having mental health issues. Yeah, because you don't know the battles that other people are fighting. So I think it's important to highlight her comment and show a little bit of the other side, as opposed to what good old Uncle Tex is saying.
So I want to speak out on what Red said, and I don't know if you want to call it a blatant attitude, but an attitude that I have, because I see it way too much in my area, and you hear it way too much online, are these people that are struggling with their mental. And I have to ask a lot of these people is, are you trying to fix yourself? Now, I'm allowed to say that because I went through a traumatic incident only 3 years ago. My life has been altered. It will be for the rest, and it will for the rest of my life. I got some pretty devastating news involving my leg a few weeks ago, and I looked at it as, well, I can either sit here and have a pity party for myself and be angry at the world and angry at myself. I get emotional talk. See, I get emotional talking about it. Okay? Or I take the tools that I learned from going to see a therapist. There's a ton of help out there. And I use those tools and got my mind right. That's why I was back to work after 4 months. And for those who don't know what I went through, my leg was off my body. It was held on by skin. Okay, that's all that was left. I was off work for 4 months. Albeit back at light duty, but I was back in 4 months. I was back on my garbage truck in 5, 6, I think it was. If you, in my opinion, put the time and the effort in to make your mind right and your body strong and your mind strong, anybody can overcome anything. I'm a 5'11", 300-pound dude that talks a lot of shit. But you have to be able to let yourself be vulnerable. If you need to talk to somebody. And you can't expect things to change around you if you're not changing what is around you. And that is diet, sleep, working out, finding something to, get somewhere to channel that. And Red, I've been there too. I'll tell you right now, every morning, it's a struggle for me to get out of bed. And that's not bullshit. And I'm not looking for it's a Nick pity party. Not at all. My leg hurts every day. And like in the morning, it's the worst. I walked across the shop today because I was in a more of a compressed machine. I could hear my ankle clicking as I walked across the shop. I mean, loud. And it ached. I get it. But Red, I don't know you personally. I know you from here, and you are a delight. And all the people that watch, I love every one of you. Thank you for spending this time with us. Okay? But if you need help, Red, you need to get help. I hope you have. I hope you've taken the time to be like, wow, go talk to somebody. Even if you phone somebody, if you don't want to go, they have these lines to reach out to. Get help. I was almost 400 pounds at one time. I'm now under 3. I feel better. I try to be that shining light at work, to be funny and make jokes, and so sometimes I have issues with the mental health stuff. And I'm not saying yours, Red, not at all. Not at all. But I think too many people in this world, and this is what affects other people, okay? Too many people abuse the system, and then the people that really do need the help can't get it. This is the whole, and I know this hasn't happened, but it's the rape culture thing, where enough women, we've heard stories about people saying he raped, but he didn't end up raping her. But well, then the people that are really raped aren't getting the help that they need because people don't believe them. We saw this with Hollywood. Prime example. The people didn't believe it. So I will say in my last wrap up, sorry, I really hijacked the show here. Eat better. Go to the gym. That is so, and I don't know maybe it's those big gyms where you get these people that are just god awful to other people. My gym couldn't be nicer to you. We help. Like if I see kids that are struggling, I've helped people with their, with their form on working out and stuff. So see, and I don't agree with you. I believe everybody, if they can find the right help, can overcome. But they need to find what will help them. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying if anybody can overcome it, anybody can. I've had a whole life of this shit. I was a 400-pound dude, or 300 something in high school. Don't think I got beat up all the time and picked on. I smelled like cigarettes and wore shitty clothes. You know? And that's sad, really. And I realize that, you know, doesn't work for everybody. That's why I said if everybody can find the proper help, I believe anybody can come out of whatever they're in. So let's finish this article.
So this I agree with. Next time you feel like telling someone to kill themselves after watching a 2-minute video, know that there is likely far more to the story, no matter what the claims. That is true. We don't know what was said before the video started. We don't know what was said after it ended because that video is not there. All we get is the minute and 9-second one that I've got.
I couldn't imagine telling someone like something that could be traced. Go kill yourself. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't imagine like, oh.
Now this part, there is no such thing as a Karen. Well, the label exists, and I think for good reason, because now when someone behaves in that particular way, we can label their behavior in that moment as such. Now, that doesn't mean that they will be that label for all time. And maybe that's wrong to say. We are all just people. That much is true. That much is true. Maybe it was her off day. Maybe she made the wrong decision and had a bad day. That is very possible. Now, unfortunately, this situation has defined her from that point up to this very point in her life. I don't know about the rest of her life, but she is that label now. She is known as the Central Park Karen. Each of us deserving grace and forgiveness, depending upon what has been done. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Somebody who, yeah, well, okay, but that's true. Chris Cornell, Robin Williams, Chester Bennington. No one thought any of those coming. Yeah, like Hitler doesn't deserve to be forgiven if he were alive and beg forgiveness. No. But some woman that nobody probably talks about now because this happened 3 years ago. Yeah, just move along, folks. Seriously. Move along. Really.
So because you've said that, should we skip watching that video?
Kind of curious now. I again, we can watch the video. I kind of want to watch it because you've set it up. We've set up for almost an hour of it. I want to just hear how the description goes right away. I want to see the video because then you can all kind of sit there and go, dude, like you said African American right away. And if you finish like, oh, there's an African American man here and he's threatening me and scaring me, you know, like that's a big jump, right?
That is true. People struggle with worse things than, yeah, I would agree with that, even though I myself cannot speak to it. Like Big Red earlier had talked about sick from anxiety to the point where I was in a panic state. I couldn't leave bed. I've never had anxiety. I don't think I've never had a panic attack. So I myself cannot judge or even relate to what she has said or gone through. I have no idea.
And and just to clarify, I'm not saying that people don't have gone through way worse things than me. That's not what I'm saying. But okay, then maybe I'll say this then. Let's see, I'll flip flop a little. Then it's a really shitty. Well, no, I'm going to stay kind of what I said, but then it's a really shitty system we have that we can't find the things to help these people properly that aren't drugs. Say that right now. You know, we're not having to dope people up so they forget things or they make them feel bad with mood elevators. So I'll say that instead. not going to change my stance on it. I want to keep faith that the system could work to help everybody, but it is a flawed system. I'm not going to pretend it's not. So,
sorry, go ahead. You can.
No, I'm done.
Not only is it a flawed system, and I'm not saying that from any perspective of experience, but from what other people have said and mentioned, but it is an overwhelmed system because the people who are in place to help versus the people who need help, there are way more people that need help and way less people who are able to offer that help. So it's kind of a distorted ratio, unfortunately.
You can always play devil's advocate, Red.
Yeah, it does look different in different people. Robin Williams, as Nick had brought up before, all smiles, jokes, and look what happened to him in 2000, I think it was 14. Yeah.
So, here, do you want to hear what I believe the biggest problem for mental health is? One of the biggest problems right here, and this is just with America, okay? $80.67 billion in military defense. Wrap your head around that. $800.67 billion. Like, whew. Like, that's a big issue. I realize we don't have a lot of American people here. That's a big issue. We're not spending money in the right spots. Prisons are overwhelmed now because there's nowhere for mental people to go that need the help, mentally handicapped people that need help, you know. Oh, and really, I'm just jumping ahead of what you said, and I realize that, and this is just a conversation. I know you're not being mean or nothing, and see, this is why when adults have conversations, because a lot of times in this world, I would have MF'd you, and I've been screaming into the mic. We're having a conversation. I realize that you're not whatsoever, right? Because we're having a conversation. So,
see, Tex has his own way of handling it, as do others. And not to degrade him with how he handles it, that's his perspective. That's how he deals with it. As opposed to Nick, who might not take the same way, but hopefully gets to the same place, perhaps. Yet it does take time for some because the mind changes quicker than the body. But depending upon the mental illness, the depression, the anxiety, sometimes it takes longer.
Yep. Whew. Turn into a really heavy show.
So should we lighten it up by playing that video and pointing at them and laughing?
I need, because we've been on an hour and 5 minutes and we only did one story. Yeah. So I really want to see this video now.
Okay. This is 1 minute and 9 seconds. And we will be pausing it at various points along the way.
Would you please stop?
Sir,
I'm asking you to stop.
Please don't come close to me.
Sir, I'm asking you to stop recording me.
Please don't come close to me.
Please take your phone off.
Please don't come close to me.
And I'm taking a picture and calling the cops.
Oh my
please
God!
Call the cops.
Sorry, the dog. The dog.
Yeah, already.
Please call the cops.
Now, as she has said, I want to quote the exact words that she used. Taunted me to call the police. Christian taunted me to call the police. From what he had said and how he had said it, that to me is not taunting. That, again, as I had said, that to me is calling someone on their bluff. But that's just me.
I'm going to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
All right,
Please-
stop. You're done. You're done. You're done. That's the end. That's all I needed to see. You're done. You're done. You could have said there's a man here threatening my life. But you instantly went to color.
Tell them whatever you like.
And I really don't want like what you're doing to that dog.
Excuse me?
Yeah, because she's holding the dog by the collar, but isn't there a leash attached to the
She had the
collar?
leash in her hand because her dog wasn't on the leash.
All right, so the leash is not attached to the collar, just so we're clear.
Like, you're choking your dog!
I'm sorry.
Okay, can you stop? I don't want to watch this anymore.
All right.
Because that's what's pissing me off. And, yeah. Oh, gosh. Like, wow. And so Ryan's second thing there is that I always just tell myself, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, you know. But yeah, so she made her own mess, you know. Maybe she didn't want to be a racist like me, but that when you immediately go to color, like, oof.
Oh, that was yeah.
Yeah, like I can't.
Really cuts through Freak cuts through the BS so clearly.
Yeah, he does, right? He just gets right to the point. No messing around. I'm just gonna get right in there.
Well, we don't need to mention her ever again, I don't think. So she lives in hiding, and that's probably the way it's going to be for the rest of her days.
You know who's got it worse though? Those people in Alaska who are under 60 days a night now. Whew.
Now let's ship them some vitamin D. That'll help.
Yeah, I just saw a picture. I see it on Facebook, I think every year almost you see it. It's like the last remnants of the sunlight before it goes down. I think the sun's gone till like January 28th or something like that. I can't remember the little name of the place in Alaska that this happened yesterday.
Like Pet Rock does. Nice. Pet Rock.
And I still don't get that. I bought this beer, and now I'm mad at this beer, so I'm going to shoot that beer.
And then a while later, I'm going to buy that beer and be seen drinking it in a video.
Yeah. And Tex, like I said, I'm not saying she's a racist. But the first thing out of her mouth is that an African American, like it makes the tone of it is, oh, because you're an African American, they're going to be here faster. It's like when Sidney Prescott called the police in Scary Movie 1, and it's like white girl in danger, and all the cops were there, you know, instantly. Remember? You don't remember that?
I don't remember that.
When she's texting, and she's like white girl in danger, or white woman in trouble, and like the cops just woo, they just come flying. Yeah. I'm gonna play something to lighten the mood. I'm sure I can play it on here. I'm gonna find it. Yeah, 30 Days a Night is a solid movie. The second one sucked.
Yeah, 30 Days of Night. Ben Foster, who was in the first, I think, half hour of the movie, his performance was excellent. That is where I really remember him from. And I've been impressed with everything I have seen him do since. I'm going to, yeah, exactly, Alma. See, why did she have to mention that at all? You know, but then Texas, I still wouldn't say she's a racist, and then Alma says she is. I don't know that we're going to get to the bottom of this.
I don't think we are.
I don't think we need to. I mean, the video, at least a portion of that video speaks for itself. Why did she choose those words? Maybe she was flustered. Now, you know as well as I, sometimes in the heat of the moment, the exact wrong thing will come tumbling out the mouth. Maybe that was her moment. Maybe not. Maybe that was on purpose. I have no idea.
I'm gonna find it because I thought I was gonna be ready for. There it is. So there is a website called "There I Ruined It."
Okay.
And do you have another story or something you want to talk about really quick while I try to find this video I want to play?
Oh,
I
okay.
thought it was going to be handy, but it is definitely not handy.
Something that had been on the back burner for a while. I'm not going to play this video, but this to me, this was something else. So America has gone down the wrong road. This guy is talking about food that he got from, I think it was McDonald's. You can't hear that, can you?
No.
Okay, all right. He's talking about a burger that he had mostly eaten and how the American people are being sold out and screwed over because he ate a burger. On almost 20-minute video on why America has gone down the wrong road because of a burger. This is the time that some people have. You got a good point, Alma. That is, yeah. But sometimes it's the wrong, sometimes it's the exact opposite. I myself have meant to say one thing and the exact opposite thing was said. Something that I did not intend to say, that was not my true feelings, that was said. So it depends on the person. Then again, I am a moron.
Just so you said that. All right, so this guy does. I won't play the video. I don't know if we're gonna get dinged for this. So, but what he does, he makes videos, and they're called "I Ruined It." Okay, so I think what he's done is he's taken AI and said, like, write a song by this person. Okay, so the first one I'm gonna play for you is, can I play the second one? I don't think I can play the second one. First one, where did it go now? There it is. Okay. This is Hank Williams Jr. singing Forgot About Dre. Okay?
I'm representing for them gangsters all across the world. Still hitting them corners in the low-lows, girl. Still taking my time to perfect the beat. And I still got love for the street. Well, Dr. Hank is the name. I'm ahead of my game. Still with the beat, still not loving police. To rock my khakis with the cuff and a crease. Still got a love for the streets, repping 213.
Okay? No, there's more. Hold on. There's more. This is Pearl Jam. Okay, so context, this is people who don't like Pearl Jam. What he sounds like. The Red Hot Chili Pepper one is amazing, and that's the one I can't find. That one is amazing. I really want to find that because it's stupid. Chad's not around to send it to me because it's stupid. Okay, what else we got?
Hold on. can't lump everything into two sides like that. There are people called moderates. Welcome to Alex and the Garbage Man.
I'm going to find that. I'm going to get my admission.
Maybe in your part of the world, Big Red, but in America, it's right or it's left. And if you're not
Pretty
with
much,
us,
yep.
you are with the terrorists.
And we got 2 words for you. Sup, baby?
Yeah, but that one.
Yeah, but that one. Oh. I
The
will
new
find
Beatles
it.
tune.
Oh, there. I got it. Okay.
We're not going to get hit for copyright with,
I don't know.
with this.
Well, it's a little late now, so here, this is what Red Hot Chili Peppers sound to people that don't like them. I thought that was going to get more of a pop. I laughed so hard the first time I saw it. Shut up. End the show. Whatever.
Terrace, wow.
The government totally sucks, you motherfucker.
Well, I have something that I think we can all laugh at. Those of us who have driver's licenses, and without further ado, stupid people.
Yeah.
Yeah, we cover all ground here.
Yeah, we're all stupid. Right. All right. Ooh, today oh, go ahead. Oh.
So they're turning around and boom!
Oh my jeez, what did I hit? Just lucky the airbags didn't go off.
Yeah.
Right. No. Yeah, that sucked. That sucked.
So hopefully that and the there I ruined it for you helped to lighten the mood.
I hope so. I'm sleepy.
The other stuff I had is what you had sent me 2 weeks ago, and that, just like the Central Park Karen, is in and of itself a show. So next time.
Okay. Ooh, I got a great idea for a Christmas tree. This is awesome. Check this one out. Tax, I found your tree.
Does it have guns on it?
That's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that. That is pretty cool. All right. What's up? Oh.
Share a little infomercial that, not an infomercial, just something that I found on the internets that I thought might turn on. Hail Satan.
So I want to show this. This actually kind of goes to what before you. I just found this on Facebook, and then I think this is a good representative of, try hard, work hard, and good things will happen. Started as a bag handler, and now he's a pilot.
Nice.
Pretty cool.
Yes.
Pretty cool. All right.
All right. So those who cook on a regular basis, always keep a lid nearby when cooking. If a small grease fire starts, slide the lid over the pan and turn off the burner. Now, if that's not true, then someone please sound off in the comments. But this, I think, is
true.
helpful.
Yep, I completely agree.
Learn more about cooking safety at fpw.org.
And simple things. Make sure you put the handles of your pot into the stove, not in the corner. So here, this is just for really. This one. This presentation, this one is just for really. Here, really. Just for you. I'll make it big. The good thing about Jason Aldean and Kid Rock touring together is that copper and Cadillac converter thefts will be down 95% in those towns during the shows.
Wow.
I figured really would like that one. Oh.
Use baking soda. Nice.
Yeah, don't put water on it. Yeah, do not put water on a grease fire because it'll spread the fire. Yeah, do not do that. That's that. No. Not in my house. No. That's a Makandimutumbu.
Did you have anything else?
No.
Okay. But before we go,
Yes.
few recommendations. But before I get to that, did you have any recommendations on things we should listen to at some point in time?
Well, like I said, I get weird with some dance music every once in a while, and I heard
Wrong.
That's just for Bolo.
That's for Bolo.
I just, again, like I said, some weird, and I heard this in Hot Topic this weekend, and it's by Carly Hansen from the album Wisconsin. It was released this year, and it's called Blueberry Pancakes. It's a techno song, and it just caught my ear, and I'm so thankful for Spotify, or for Shazam, just to find music. And I'd also like to recommend anyone for a good laugh, especially after the heavy show, from Alapalooza, Weird Al, song number 5, Achy Breaky Song. Any song that says kick me or tie me to a chair and kick me down the stairs. Greatest line in the song cover. So there's a dance and some old Weird Al that can make you laugh.
And out of all the movies that I saw in the past 7 days, there are 2 that I'd like to recommend. But first, Tex had recommended When Evil Lurks, which came out this year. Hour 39. Looks pretty decent. In a remote village, 2 brothers find a demon-infected man just about to give birth to evil itself. Tex is that woke, they decide to get rid of the body, only to end up unintentionally spreading chaos. So I'll be watching that this weekend or next. Tex, thank you for that recommendation. Really appreciate it. This one from 2015, it's called Man Versus. Good movie. This is a blend of found footage and an actual movie. A mysterious stalker plagues a reality TV survivalist during his 5 days alone for a new season of his show in the Northern Ontario wilderness. And the figure may not be human. Good movie.
Yeah, that sounds interesting.
It is. And it's only an hour 24, including credits. The lead actor, good actor, good line delivery, very charismatic. He looks the part too, so that helps. And the movie is mainly focused on him. So good movie. I recommend it. I like the ending as well. The ending to this reminded me of an ending to a different found footage movie, so that the two are similar. I can't remember the name of that one, but Man versus, I was impressed by this. And going back to Texas comment, Thanksgiving. I saw this last night. Really liked it. It's from good old Eli Roth. After a Black Friday riot ends in tragedy, a mysterious Thanksgiving-inspired killer terrorizes Plymouth, that's Plymouth, Massachusetts, the birthplace of the infamous holiday. This was really good. It reminded me at times of Scream 6, especially if you replace Patrick Dempsey, who was in this movie, with the guy who was in Scream 6, Dermot Mulroney. I'm probably giving too much away at that point, but also Cabin Fever. Some of the dialogue in the characters reminded me of Eli Roth's first feature, Cabin Fever. So good movie, recommend it. See it in the theater if you can. I can't stop. Oh, got him. Yeah, is it woke because a guy gave birth? Wasn't woke, it was a fun film. Great. Good. Excellent. Oh, the old man.
You know what's
needs to
effed
lie
up? I have no problem going to sleep. That's not the issue.
what?
Like from like 10:30, 11 o'clock when I go to sleep, I sleep right through to like 3. Not a problem.
Lucky you.
But
Lucky
then like
you.
after 3, like 3 to 6, it's like every hour I'm awake. Tossing.
Oof.
And I don't get it. I don't understand why. It's just But let's see, Ryan even knew. The yawn means it's time to go.
Oh, nice.
Kansas City Chiefs are leading 17-14. Taylor Swift's vagina must be very wet right now. She's dating Travis Kelce. She's dating her next album.
Is she going to turn into Adele, where she breaks up with him, then writes a multi-hit?
That's what all her albums are. They always say that about her.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's the big running joke with her. That every one of her albums is like after a breakup. So. Okay. Bye.
Thank you all for being here, including Dad, Brody, Big Red. Brody, I think he was on holiday last week, so he's obviously safe and doing well because he's commenting, unless someone took his phone and, killed him off. Now they're commenting. Can't wake up until noon. Wow, I would love to be able to sleep till noon.
I don't like that you're depressed.
You watch this show, though. Why are you depressed? Tooting my own horn. Thank you, Alma, including Big Red, Freak Nasty, Bolo, Tex, Ryan, and Alma, who was the first to comment before Ryan, surprisingly enough. Thank you,
that was
Alma.
Weird.
I need the Eagles to win big. We love you too, Freak. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thanks, Freak. Take care of yourself, buddy.
Always good to see familiar faces every once in a while.
Right, so love each other and just be patient. It's a messed up world, and like we talked, it was pretty heavy stuff today. You don't always know what people are going through. So love you all. We'll see you next week.
Yes, and think before you say something, think before you do something. People who we haven't seen in a while and we hope are doing well: Hanama, Overseer, Penny, Jen, Tamara, Sarah, my friend Sarah, Corey, both Trevors, both Cindys, and both Jolene's. Shout outs to Gareth, Susan, Ravi, and Ashley. We will be back next week. And I pause just in case people are on the edge of their seat wondering what he's going to say next. I got nothing.
Oh, I was trying to time it so that we we blew our spot.
Maybe next week. We've
I got the premature evacuation. Remember that line? Do you remember that?
No.
So can't hardly wait. Remember when Seth Green's in the bathroom trying to be all cool? He spills water on himself. It's all over his crotch. Like, oh no, she's gonna think I got the premature evacuation. That's a pretty good movie. I've enjoyed that. Can't hardly wait. Haven't seen it in a long time, but I remember liking it.
Me neither. That is a good movie. Ethan Embry, Jennifer Love Hewitt, Seth Green.
Yep.
The guy who played the football
The
bully.
Yeah.
He was in a few more movies after that. One of them was with Danny DeVito. So apparently he was going places, but I haven't seen him in anything else since.
No.
Yes, make sure it's on camera because we need the content.
Yeah, we need the context. So if you're gonna do something dumb, record it and send it to Alex and the Garbage Man. Have a great night, guys.
Yes, thank you very much. We'll see you next Monday.